So I see we have two guys here on. It's exciting to see how many people we have on this evening here because this is my first evening stream. So as people come in here, I just want to say welcome to Denmark, Copenhagen. It's evening here. It's Monday, and it's also the 11th of October, and that means that we are 11 days into Inktober. And that's the theme for today, Inktober. So I don't know if we have any Inktober fans out there, anyone who's been drawing so far. And if you are, I would like to know how far are you? Like how many drawings did you draw? Are you behind, or are you have you already made drawings for the whole of October? What is your strategy? And hello to Pencil Subway Art. Hi there from New York. And hello, Matthias, Matt KR. Nice to have you here. Feels nice and cozy. And I'm not drinking coffee tonight because it's 10 p.m. here in Copenhagen, Denmark. So this is oolong tea. Cheers out there. So what I would like to do today is to share the drawings, the Inktober drawings that I've been doing so far. So 10 drawings in all. And then I'm gonna draw or finish I've already started on day 11 actually, which is tomorrow, because wait a second, the 12th drawing, which is tomorrow, because otherwise I wouldn't make it tomorrow. So I'll put the finishing touches on the drawing for tomorrow, which is a drawing that has the prompt word stuck. I'm very excited about this, and I'm going to be drawing and painting a bit with this one. And viewers here of my channel will know that I'm kind of obsessed with drawing with a mushroom ink. I really feel that it has a really nice texture, and I found a way to preserve it a bit more. Last time, another kind of fungi went into the mushroom ink, but now I found a way to preserve it and store it in the fridge to keep it sterile. So I'm going to chat a bit about October and make a flip through, and you can draw along as you listen and watch. And and Matt K. Art, who's also my good friend. So we've already chatted a bit about how he was doing, and he says here he's doing day 8, so a bit behind. Yeah, but he's going to catch up. I know that. And Pencil Subway Art way behind in October, 0 drawings. Okay, well, it's never too late, but maybe this could be the day or the evening where you start. And hello also to MX Jam, Adrian. I'm working today, but at lunchtime. So glad to make it for a while at least. Oh, awesome. Okay, cool. It might be that I do this Monday doodle in the evening instead of in the mornings, actually. It's also quite cozy, actually, sitting here and drinking tea. I'm really, really tired, but it's nice to see you all. But I'm just gonna go and show you guys some of the drawings that I've made so far. So up here we have for the first day, where the prompt was crystal. Didn't pan out at all as I wanted to. I wanted to kind of capture these dandelions, which has had these crystals on them, snow crystals, but they just look like regular dandelions. So I kind of sneaked in a crystal here instead. Day 2, which is suit. I was working on another drawing for the prompt vessel, so here I kind of did a research drawing and drew this diving suit. And this is actually maybe a bit difficult to see here, but this is like the brownish texture here. It's actually the mushroom ink, so this one. And the rest is just drawn with a fine liner. And actually the shade here is drawn with a CD marker, which is like an old CD marker. So this is why this texture is kind of worn. Let's just flip here and see Okay, day 3 is vessel. I'm gonna show that drawing to the end of this video because it relates to the drawing that I'm gonna show you tomorrow, where I'll be posting a video about Harry Clark, who I've been studying, and it's quite amazing artist. So I'll wait with that one. So day 4 here was not, and I always think it's kind of funny to see how much I can stretch the word, the meaning of the word. So my first thought was, of course, to draw a rope, but then I was trying to figure out how I can stretch it a bit. So yeah, it's not like they're tied together, these hands, but this is what I wanted to communicate. And then we have MX Jam saying here, I'm doing Inktober this year, first time. Okay, welcome to the challenge then. I look forward to hear how your experience is doing Inktober. Yeah, day 5, Raven. I don't know if you can recognize who this character is from a very famous fantasy series. And we flip. Day 6 was Spirit. And this is like all the ink wash here is mushroom ink. And I really think it's beautiful. I wish that I could get another cam on. You'll have to settle with my MacBook cam here. But look at those beautiful textures. And then I'll also use the fine liner to kind of get the details in there. And let's flip C. So this prompt here was fan. And I figured I wanted to draw this bird. I don't remember the word in English actually, but it's this. It always makes this thing with the wings. So when it has to dry the wings, and it spreads them out like this. And then because I had some space down here, I just wanted to play around with the format, making it into kind of a comic. And we will flip. Oh, this was fun to do, and this was actually very fast drawing that I did, and I didn't do any sketch. I just kind of nailed the action here, the dynamic line here of the rabbit, and I'm guessing you all figures what character this is that I've been inspired from. And yeah, this was really fun to do. And again, the mushroom ink, I just love using it. And let's just flip another one. This one was also fast, and this was based on a time where I was moving a lot, doing a lot of moving shifts. So yeah, the experience of moving a beat load of furniture up a long hallway, this is the feeling of it. And then this one, this was, I don't even know what day we're up on here, but this was the prom pick. And this right here is from a children's book I drew to once. So I kind of reused that character, and then I thought it would be fun to play with the perspective here of a guy reaching out for the flower here. And we have Matt KR writing, "You're doing well this year. You're really putting a lot of effort." Yeah, actually, this is kind of my first Inktober where I really spend a bit more time. I used to be quite sloppy about it and kind of use maybe 5 minutes. But now this year I've putting a bit more effort into it, and I think it pays off. I think it's really fun also to do just a bit more time, use a bit more time. So this was from yesterday, I think, Sour. And again, this is also reuse from another drawing that I did. So here, I used a sloppy, this was a sloppy prompt for me, where I could be kind of fast. And this leads us on to the drawing for today, or tomorrow actually, because I'm one step in advance. So this one is for tomorrow actually, and this is stuck. And I've been working on that today, and it took me about maybe 1 hour or 2 hours to figure out what I wanted to draw actually. Not like I was drawing and sketching in that time, but kind of thinking about what I wanted the motive to be. And this is very different from person to person, how much people think about what they want to draw. And sometimes, personally, sometimes it's just like you have a sensation of what you want to draw just by hearing the word once. And other times, I think you really have to stretch it and take some walks before you think of a motive that you really want to draw. But I want to finish this drawing actually here live, so I'm just going to put down my pad here and just flip this screen here. And then just talk a bit more about Inktober here. And just quickly about this drawing, the two characters are from a kind of a universe that I have thought up, and they're friends. And then the prompt stuck made me want to do something, a scene where they were stuck, of course. And then I thought of a dragonfly. I don't know why actually. I think maybe it's because I've watched Dune in the cinema lately with Matthias actually, and yeah, and then they had these thopters, and then I think that kind of sneaked into my subconsciousness. So here they are, crashed in their dragonfly, very steampunky dragonfly, in a tree, and we have one here looking at a map, and the other one is kind of scouting. And what I need to finish here is the top branch. I need some more leaves here on the branches, and then I also want to sneak in some shade in here with the mushroom ink, and maybe also add a bit more contrast. And of course also have some smoke coming up here from the engine, because this dragonfly machine is kind of stuck here and needs repair. So let me just get a better angle here, like so. I think, yeah, this is probably the best I can do. Okay, so here we're gonna use the famous mushroom ink. You're gonna see it in action now. And I think I'm gonna start with adding some shade on the characters. I think it's always a good idea to have some sketching paper here, so I can just control how much ink I get on here. So maybe on the map here, because the map is tilted, so I'm gonna have some shade on the map here. Like so. And maybe some shade just beneath his hairline here. And yeah, one of the things that I really, well, there are two things that I really like about Inktober, and what I think it makes it amazing is that, first of all, there's the whole drawing element to it. Like, you really have to draw a lot, but the way you have to draw is very interesting, because every day you have one prompt, one keyword, and it doesn't sound like much, but it really becomes a lot if you have to do one drawing each day. And if you just want to put a bit of an effort into it, then like each day you have a new word to kind of figure out what you want to draw and how you want to draw it. And I think this puts a lot of it really creates a challenge, because you have to keep inventing and be creative. And I like that you have to have kind of the back against the wall and invent something on the spot. because then also you're gonna have to eventually you're gonna have to go with something. Like you can't just sit there forever and think. You have to do something, and that makes it that puts a pressure on you, and you kind of have to be a less of a perfectionist. And I think that's really liberating. And of course, the prompts also tells you, directs you what you're going to draw. Um, so there we have some shade on him. I'm gonna continue here on the girl, and she kind of has this. What's the name for this jacket? Like feathers in it. So I'm adding a bit of shade beneath the creases here. And then a bit of shade here on the arm that's far behind her. So we're gonna keep that in shade. And we're gonna put some shade. Like here I have the dragonfly receiving light from like the top plane, and then the left side of it is in shade. So I'm gonna do the same thing about the face of the girl here, so that we have this sense of three-dimensionality, like so. Maybe a bit under the hat. She kind of looks like a female Harry Potter, actually. I don't know if Harry Potter also sneaked in there. Look at her. And let me just say what are people writing in the comments. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, Matt Chaos writes, it's fun at first, but really draining over time. Yeah, and that's totally it. Like, and it is very satisfying in the end. And as I wrote on Instagram recently, I think that October and Inktober is like the most joyous time of the year, and also the most painful. Not painful in that way, but you know what I mean. And then a person wrote to me, can't you just make it less difficult so that it's more enjoyable? And yeah, you can actually. But I don't know why. I guess Matthias also feels the same way. Like we really can't help to just put in a bit more effort. And even though it's painful, we just want to kind of nail it and make something that we're satisfied with, kind of pushing the limit. And I think that's what Inktober is also. A thing that I keep returning to. I like to push the limit a bit. I mean, so much happens in this month, and I don't think I would be drawing so much if I didn't have Inktober. And I like to draw. It's not like there shouldn't be anything pleasure about it. It's all about pleasure, but also a bit of pain in there. So yeah, the first thing that I like about Inktober is the challenge. Like you have to come up with something each day, which really demands a lot of creativity. The second thing that I really like about Inktober is that you draw with ink. So this means that you're working with three tones. Like you're working with a gray tone, a black tone, and white. And this really, what was I about to say? Yeah, this is the thing that really lets you work with value. And value is like the thing about drawing, creating value, because this is how you compose your elements of white and black and gray tone. And it really matters how you place these things. This can create a huge effect on your final piece, how you place these values. So the medium, just using ink, I really like that. I'm gonna put on some shade on the wings here, just on the bottom here, to kind of illustrate middle. What else do we have? We have, so for instance, in terms of value, right now her shoes are white. I don't think I want to mess too much with the shoes because then they don't pop from the background here. And we have the heart here on her shirt. This is a very a choice that I really made. Like I wanted that heart to stand out. I don't know, in terms of the narrative, it just feels very intuitive. So making that black on the shirt and then the heart white just makes it kind of stand out like a symbol almost. And again, his pants here black because if she has a white skirt and a black shirt, then he could have black um, pants and the opposite, so that they're kind of contrasting each other. Another way they're contrasting each other is by the body type. I like the two contrasts. So he's very slender, and he's more she's more chubby, and so you have a lot of chance to play with contrast here also in the medium. Now I want to go up and work on the branches here, and I want to show you guys something cool. So far, I've been drawing with the pen here, just in regular way, but let me just get this broad one here. If I dip it and just spread this brush here a bit like a fan, then I can kind of make these little leaves here on the branch. Like so. In October, I usually go like, my strategy is usually like I go 3 or 4 days where I make drawings that are that I put an effort into, but not as much as I could have. So I work maybe half an hour or 1 hour on a drawing, maybe even less sometimes. And then every once a week, or maybe more sometimes, I then do a drawing where I spend like a lot of time. And I think this is a good way to not become so tired of it all. And I know that Matthias, my good friend, who also usually do Inktober, he spends a lot of time, and I'm really impressed about how much time he always puts into it. And we've talked about making a video where we talk about each other drawings and show our Inktober drawings, talk about different approaches and how we felt the prompts was. So you can look forward to that. I think that's about it here on the branches. And now the good question is, because down here we have a lot of contrast going with the tree, and up here I kind of like that this is more desaturated because then it seems like it's in the background, but maybe it should have a bit of strokes on the leaves. I think I might do a bit of strokes on the leaves. I'm using here this CD marker, and what I like about this is that it's really worn out. But this means that this CD marker creates some quite beautiful, if you can tell, rough structures. And I like experimenting. I like to use different kinds of mediums and kind of show that sometimes you don't have to have the most expensive pen to draw with. You can draw with anything and get different effects. Just put a bit of contrast here, not too much. Branch. And I am looking forward to the day that I get 1,000 subscribers, because this means apparently that I can start using my phone to record with these live streams, because I think it's a shame that I can't really get a crisp picture of what I'm drawing right now. Let's just settle with it for now. Okay, I think that's pretty neat. Okay. Oh yeah, a bit of shade on the engine of the steampunk dragonfly here. Bit of... Oh, that was a bit too much actually. Oops. Can save it a bit with the finger. Oh, that's okay. So I think that was about it. Now I need one important detail here. I want to have some smoke coming up from the engine here, all the way up, to show that this is kind of a havoc. Do you call it havoc? I don't know. I'm tired. But I'm gonna take the big brush here and trying to recall the smoke coming from maybe a candlelight that just went out. Kind of be like that. Okay. So here we go. Like this way. Oh, this way. I think it's gonna go this way. I can't remember how smoke goes. Maybe one more. Could be going like so. Yeah, this was really nice. And wow, look at that beautiful texture. I wish I could show you this in a more detailed way. The texture of the ink here is just magnificent. And this is perfect for creating smoke. So this was Inktober drawing for tomorrow stuck, and now I can soon go to bed and not think about have to do another drawing tomorrow, not until the day after tomorrow. One last thing I want to show you guys is the drawing that I did for day 3, and this is one of the drawings where I really went all in, and I think I ended up spending 8 hours or more on it. And ta-da! This was for that so much time on it is because I was doing a video on how to draw like Harry Clark, an Irish artist, and the video is coming out tomorrow actually. So make sure to check it out. And I just got so amazed with his techniques and his artwork that I decided to spend some more time on it to kind of honor him. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun, and I learned a lot from drawing this. A lot about contrast, a lot about placing your subject, and a lot about when I decorated something to be more conscious about what it is that I was decorating and how I was decorating it. So yeah, tomorrow, how to draw like Harry Clark and a whole analysis of his artwork. Stay tuned for that one. I love the marine eel down here. I hope you found some nice inspiration, and maybe you got to draw a bit. And I don't know if MXJM, if you started doing Inktober or if Pencil Subway already started doing Inktober. I'm looking forward to hear about that. And yeah, good night to everyone out there. I need to sleep as well. And thank you all for tuning in. And I'll see you very soon. And remember, have fun drawing.